before a screen and you say you are bowing before God. God is not in the screen. You bow on the floor and worshiping God. Have you seen him before? How can you not talk to your husband and say you are praying to God? Baby, let me ask you a question. You can't even recognize a husband. How do you recognize God? Hypocrite. And the man did this to me, and the woman did this to me. Listen, you are a liar. Because if you want to count the things God did against you, there will be more than what your husband did against you. Now I know I've just taken you by surprise. Did God do things against you? Yes. I don't know about you, but me, God has done things against me. And one day when I see him, I'll ask him, why did you do this against me? Oh, I have things against God. Oh. Hey, God sat in heaven, didn't help me, and I lost my 2 children plus 4 other children in one day. And pain almost killed me. And God said he's an omnipotent, almighty God. And I was serving God. So if it was a human being that allowed that thing to happen to me, will I forgive the person? I will say I cannot forgive. But when it is God, out of hypocrisy, because I'm a liar, when it's God, I take it. But when a human being does not do, or a human being does something which is not even close to that, I say I cannot forgive. Has God done things against me? Job was the one who said, shall I receive only good from him, but not evil? I'm not saying God did something evil to me. I'm just speaking in parables for you to understand that some of the people who you think did you evil, they did nothing. Joseph looked at his brothers, he forgave them. You know what? You meant it for evil, but God turned it for good. And they did this against me, and they did that against me, and they did that against me. And you are talking and you are crying. What about God? What about God? My father didn't take me to school, so I'm against him. What about God who created you but didn't go to school? Well, you're not the one who said God created you. So if God created you and your father didn't take you to school, why didn't God force you into school? When we say, oh, you're truthful. I was sick. I was having a cough. The church members didn't visit me. What about God who didn't kill the bacteria and the virus? Shouldn't the God you pray to also have killed the virus and the bacteria? Why have you forgiven God who has all power and you are holding things against human beings who don't have all power? Can't you see you are a liar? So you know what? Sometimes your bitterness is actually not against human beings. Your bitterness is against God himself. Only that you are afraid to say it. I want to tell you the truth. Whenever I say, Lord, I love you. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Seriously, I don't know how it feels. Because I've never seen him. He's a spirit. I don't love God the way I love my wife. This one I can feel it. This dawn, I was feeling pain. My neck, my back. And it is this woman of God I called. And I called her, I said, Pearl, can you take this diclofenac cream and rub my back and my neck for me so that I can preach? Because I was feeling the pain. She did it for me. Where was God? Where was God? God was in her. So watch this. If I was not talking to her and she was not talking to me, I would still be in the pain. I meet men of God, they talk about their faith. I don't have it. Some say they can pray. I don't have it. Some say they are very holy. I'm not like that. Some say they know the Bible. I'm not like that. I meet people, they boast of gargantuan things about God. And I used to get worried. Lord, why don't I have it? And I hear of some men of God who go to a mountain and they fast for 40 days and 40 nights. And I've never been to a mountain before. Me, I don't go to mountain. No. I have God in my house. Rita is there. Mommy is there. Deborah is there. Timothy is in the house. Maxwell is in the house. So I don't go to mountain to look for God. God is berekete in my house. All these people, God is in them. All these people, Christ is in them. When I meet a human being and I say, good morning, sir, I believe I've worshipped God. There is no hypocrisy like, Lord, I worship you. And you see the human being and say, praise and worship, you see people on their faces. Praise and worship, see people dancing. Lies. Two people can be singing this same song and they don't talk to each other. Are you not liars? Shout, we are liars. Osman, he used to be a security man. My wife came to me one day, said, "Da, Osman, the security young man, he was going to school and stopped. 21, 22, and he's a security man." So mommy said, what can we do? By the grace of God, along the line, we told Osman, go to your employers and tell them you want to resign. That's Osman in the corner there. Osman resigned. Osman came to church, gave his life to Christ. After that, Eden Security willingly released him. Pastor Solo and Josh Nube made sure that they got admission together with Professor La, Bogatanga Technical University. He has stopped the security. He's in school and the ministry is taking care of him. Listen to me, people. This is Christianity. Mommy can look at a security man and say, no, this man has a bigger future than what he's doing. Listen, you want to see the gate of heaven, but you don't see the human being sitting at your own gate. Don't you think we are liars?